world that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You see, so all these nations that surround us, they are enemies, so they team up together to take us down. You see?
And it says, excuse me, it says, for he that touches you, touches the apple of his eyes.
Now you got it.
Right, so like, I start from the top. Says that the right to him,
Hey, it
verse
says
8.
when these things come to pass, look up.
Lift up your head. See,
Yeah.
for your redemption draw nigh, man. You know? Like I said earlier, we just had a solar eclipse.
Yeah.
That's a sign. And you know there's going to be earthquakes today. All right, you know more people going to die. All right? There was a Jake out here. The nigga got hit with a stray bullet leaving Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know?
Someone just in critical condition passing out trees.
And I knew that, Jake,
He was
too.
passing out trees and passed away.
Yep.
He went to the crossroads.
He went to the cross. He was passing out rods, man. He probably didn't know.
Right.
You know, but hey, shit, that ain't gonna, you know, protect you not knowing, man. It says you're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You see?
Well, the point is that we out here and we've been out here for so long, and you just they don't know what they talking about. So you rejecting all this. So now the Lord is justifying and jacking you up.
Yeah.
You see?
Well, it's a personal testimony, which I know in the spirit other brothers, you know, have their own. We went early this summer just to, you know, play ball or whatever. And there was a conversation between Jakes where they were talking about us, saying who doesn't know about them. So they know about us out here. Not that we're trying to, you know, we just come out and teach.
We just teach him, man.
We just teach it.
We just serving the Lord, and then we go back to our weekly bullshit.
Yeah.
All right. And then all week we're like, man, I can't wait for camp.
Right.
I can't wait for camp. You know? We said that every week. The brother said that into the chat. You know? You just want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Back in Zechariah 2 and verse 8, and it says, for thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you touches the apple of his eye.
Right. We're the apple of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's eye, man. Okay. And ever since you put your hand upon us, you've been doomed. Ever since you put your hand upon us, you've been fucked, man. It's a wrap for you. Okay. You have no remission for your sins. You have no chance of salvation. Okay, and this is the last bit of rulership that you're going to enjoy. And the only reason why you have this rulership is so that the Lord can punish us. That's it.
Yeah, you got no chance. No chance in hell.
You know the precept, right?
I got Joel. You want 3 and 9?
Yeah. Rev 16.
You want 3 and 9 proclaim?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Joel.
Go to 12, Father.
Okay. All the way down? Yep. Joel 3 and 9. And it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Wait. Oh, so what Christians say about this scripture for Gentiles?
Right.
You see? Man. It says
Christians are losing, man.
Bro, they're losers.
You're losing, man.
You're losing bad, bro.
You know, you claim to hold this book, but you don't understand it. So you don't need to hold the book.
No.
Man. You know?
Yeah.
Christians need to be out here with a pen and pad, which they're already doing. They watch the videos.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. It's like you know what they are? They're like someone who lied on the resume. You know, they say when you lied on the resume, you shouldn't have this job, bro. You shouldn't be calling yourself up. And that's another thing too. With the truth being out here, it's calling out your bullshit. So you can't tell me you're a Facebook prophet no more. You know, I have this congregation. Because that's like one of the easiest things you can do. Right. Is just become a pastor or a preacher. Online.
Virtual.
Yeah.
You know?
What's going back? They made a virtual church. I don't know if you brothers seen that. They actually have a virtual church you can go to.
You had this one pastor, right? He was preaching on Facebook Live, but the dude still lived with his parents. He was preaching in his room. Then his dad busted the room and said, "Take the fucking trash out."
Damn. Wow.
Oh man,
you Christians going out bad, man.
Real bad.
Get the fucking trash out.
Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
Right. So that's what's going on right now. Man. Right now, as we're prophesying out here, you got Russia going to the border of Ukraine.
With snipers.
Okay. With 120,000 troops. All right. Because what America is trying to do is trying to place missiles in Ukraine so that Moscow could be in striking distance, man. So Russia has to make a move. You see? You got Iran saying that they will break the teeth of America. You see?
Good. It says, let them come up beat your plowshares into swords.
Right, pretty much saying put all of your money into your military, into your weaponry, into your nuclear capabilities. Okay? Because like it says in Isaiah, this war is going to be brought with burning and fuel of fire. Okay? And not with swords, shields,
Garments rolled in blood.
Right.
I mean, it's gonna get fisticuff, but the end of it is nuclear. Everyone knows the next war will be nuclear. There will not be fighter jets like how it was in like World War II.
Right.
Infantry. It's gonna be a straight a war zone.
Right. They even had trench warfare.
Right.
Right. Tanks.
Right. Right. This is gonna literally be bombing to hell and back, if you will. And then you had a Chinese advisor. He said, because we can't forget about Moab, the war spot.
Right.
He said if America goes to war with China, they've got to be prepared to lose American cities. Woo! American cities, man. I said, damn, you can't tell me this ain't divergent. What you mean losing Houston? Houston, we got a problem.
Right.
Ain't no Houston. Ain't no more Big Apple.
Ain't no more Texas.
Nope. Ain't no more Florida.
Ain't no more California.
No.
Ain't no more New York.
Ain't no more California.
No more Californication.
Woo! That's beautiful, bro.
Man.
That's beautiful. And it says, and real quick, Hawaii has got fucking 12 inches of snow and 100-mile-per-hour winds.
Damn.
Down in Hawaii? Not the Hawaiians.
That's a sign of the times, man.
Yeah. I was just thinking about Japheth the other day. You know what I mean?
And they're a woman.
Yeah, hell yeah. Because Japheth ain't gonna get it as bad as the others. You know what I mean?
Japheth was kind of in the corner.
Well, you got to think because Japheth was with Shem when they put their clothes back on their father.
Yep.
So that was a blessing under Japheth, man.
Yep.
And he just trickled his ass to the Isles. You know what I mean? But it was Ham and Shem out of those nations predominantly was all the destruction and pain and shit. But going back, it says, "Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong."
Right. You know how these other nations are able to say such things is because now they're not just talking. They can back it up. Now they have formed alliances to where they have the confidence to say these things, man. Okay. So now it's on. You see?
I remember there was a video on RT, which shout out to RT News. I like them.
Yeah, that's cool.
They showed a video of this Ishmaelite throwing fucking tomatoes at an Edomite running with a briefcase, man. Nigga was running holding his top hat. You know what I mean? Like he was chasing the bus. Nigga like, that shit was crazy. Oh shit, he got a pitcher's arm. They was trying to get his ass.
Yeah, the whole ass.
Yeah, and don't forget fucking ducking George Bush.
Yep.
That motherfucker.
That's like Showtime at the Apollo.
Yeah.
They call Sandman.
Yeah.
Get him out of here, man.
Yeah. Well, they call it the Vonderville hook. When they take you off stage, it's called the Von. And that's what's getting ready to happen to Esau. He's about to get literally hooked.
So that's the hook.
Yeah.
What the hook going?
Joel 3:11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. Wait, I thought Jesus died for everyone. Why would the heathen need to go to war?
Right.
Why does the Bible prophesize war if Jesus came to save?
Right.
There should be no need for war, right? See, you can't put your doctrine together because there's too many holes.
Or no, guess what? The Lord said he came not to send peace, but a sword.
So why are you in church talking about peace?
So what does that mean?
Right.
You see?
And it says, gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
So all of these events, all of these wars, rumors of wars, tensions, escalations, de-escalations is all leading to a build-up to where these nations will be pushed onto the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. All right, that name means Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment, the valley of decision. All right?
Yeah, because you got to remember, like in Kings, when the Judite king was going to go to war, remember Micaiah the prophet, he spoke about how the Lord was having a council.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Was having a council, so the Lord is sending angels saying, who's going to stir up Moab? Oh, who's going to put an evil thought in Gog?
That's beautiful. That's the spirit.
God. It says, let the heathen be awakened.
Right, that word awaken means to incite. awaken means to be roused up. Okay? And these nations, you want to read that real quick, a little of it.
Oh, sorry. No, just you want the one I ran, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
The headline.
Yep. This is from RT.com.
And get ready to see the 48ers become non-existent.
Right.
You know?
Or they're the ones who are going to lead it out, man. The least of the flock shall draw them out. You know?
Yeah.
This is from the site called RT.com, which stands for Russia Today.
Which they took Russia Today out of America.
Yeah.
You know, they kicked out of their headquarters and shit.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it says, Iran threatens to crush America's teeth.
Elam. Persia.
Right.
Persia. All right? Persia.
The Carmanians.
You see?
You read the book of 2nd Ezra 16 or 15, the Carmanians, man. You know, those dragons.
Yeah.
We'll keep going.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit of
Which, you said break the teeth?
Yep.
Psalms 58.
Yep.
Break the teeth of the lion, man.
Because what's their teeth? Their military might.
Yep.
Right? That's all Esau is his military, man. Without it, if you take away his gun, can he beat you in a hand-to-hand?
Hell no.
Why? Because it says the one people shall be stronger than the other, man. I was watching the video of this two children, right? One's a Jake, one's an Edomite, and they're wrestling. This little Jake was slamming the shit out this
Dumped him
Edomite,
on
man.
his shit.
You saw that?
When they were wrestling,
Yeah.
and then he said, hey!
Yep.
Drop this shit.
If you peep, they didn't want to stop the fight. But
Yeah.
he should have been stopped.
Yep.
I mean, he didn't want that child to lose to a nigger.
Yep.
That's why he didn't want to stop it.
Yep.
You know?
He gave him a spine buster.
Yep. A 316.
Right. Yep.
And it says the leader of Iran's Quds Force.
Which Iran just elected a new president whose name is the Butcher. And what do you got to do when you sacrifice? You cut it up. Did not the Levites would cut in proportion to sacrifice? His name's a Butcher, man. His name is a omen nomen, you know? So that's the mighty men. Remember it said, wake up the mighty men? You see, the men of war? That's a man of war.
So they have a butcher leading them. They have a butcher for a general or a lieutenant.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
Which good.
Yeah, good. Well, I was about to say good for them.
You know, raise up all the butchers,
Yeah,
man.
right.
Raise up the butchers of Iran. Raise up the butchers of Gog and Magog, of Moab, of Ham,
Yep. Ammon.
Elam.
Yep. Ishmael.
Word.
Ishmael about to get real wild out here.
Wow.
You know?
It says the leader of Iran's Quds Force, specializing in operations abroad, has demanded that the U.S. remove itself.
He said, I demand. I'm not asking you.
Pretty much he told them to get the fuck out.
Right.
You know? Why? Because of their sanctions. Because of their presence. Even the presence of an Edomite alone is depressing, man.
Hell yeah.
It's draining. They don't want you there no more.
Right.
You know, they're telling all type of homo jokes and shit.
Right.
You know?
Right. Freaking off on babies and shit. The CIA just got audited for a whole bunch of fucking baby sex crimes and nobody got arrested. You know? You had a FBI agent that was going around in countries and freaking off on women, and the woman fucking jumped out the window and killed herself, so he couldn't pop her no more.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. Taking advantage of people that can't speak English. You know? They're a fucking predator, man. Shit, back in the day, Gad, they would have to stay on the reservation to protect themselves from sexual attacks. So they go sexually attack you, man. Damn. Yo, wait till the Lord bro. When the Lord raised up that spirit, they're gonna be chasing after Esau like they chased after little Nicky. Remember that shit?
Yeah,
When everybody was out. Niggas was jumping out of wheelchairs to get his ass. Because that's what he needs to be chased out of the earth, bro. And I'm so glad that there's gonna come a time where we're gonna forget this nigga, man. Excuse my language. We're gonna forget him. It's going, you know, it says he shall fly away.
That's a bad dream.
That's a terrible fucking dream, man.
Yeah, man, because that's really all we're living right now.
Yeah.
Your life in America is a nightmare.
Yeah.
You see? And this is why it says in Revelation that they love not their lives unto death. Because really we hate our lives, man. You know? We just love doing the work. Even Paul said that. He said, I want to leave, but I know I got to be here to suffer all things for the elect.
Yeah. It's needful for me to stay.
Yeah, man.
And it says, has demanded that the U.S. remove itself from the region and vow to humiliate the world's most powerful military.
Oh, he made a vow.
Yeah.
The Lord said, you know, you don't make a vow if you can't keep it. So he's making a vow right here.
It says,
so the Lord got the angels, like you guys said earlier, working on the minds of these people, these butchers.
Yeah.
That's what we start calling them, the kings of these different nations, the mighty men. All right, to press that button on Babylon.
You want it real quick? This is 1 Kings 22 and 19. And he said, "Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?"
So councils take place in the heavens, all right, to decide what happens on the earth. So in this account, it was decided to see how Ahab was going to be killed, the wicked northern kingdom king. But fast forward into our time, who's going to put it in the thought of Putin? Who's going to put it in the thought of the butcher to press nukes on Babylon, man? You see? Who's going to put it in the thought of these nations to attack Israel? Who's going to put it in the thought on Netanyahu to attack Iran? You see?
Well, don't it say in Isaiah 13, dashing young men to pieces, ravening the women? So they're going to have a spirit on them of pure hatred, you know, which America notoriety is to hate them, you know, because all you fucking do is talk about everybody else. This Edomite yesterday, he was like, what's that stupid Kim Jong-un, what's his name? Like, yo, I'm like, yo, in my head, I'm like, listen how they talk about other people, bro. Like, they feel they have a right to bomb you, but you can't bomb them.
right.
Fuck Esau,
Hypocrites, man.
Yeah, bro.
They're real proud too.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Even Trump just said, we're just going to go in there and take the oil.
See?
You know, he said it just like that too. You know,
Damn, bro. Ooh. It says, and one said on this manner, and another said on that manner, and there came Esau.
that's a shame.
It says, and there came forth the Spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. So just like that, man. So the Lord, you know, he asked, they have counsels, and then the Lord says, let it be done. What the fuck? I be trying to wrap it up.
You know how to try that shit.
He probably got that jab. He got that image in him.
Got that, yeah, right, that image.
He got that image.
We'll get a little bit more.
Okay.
The longer we stay out here, the more.
Yeah, and then by sundown it gets really crazy. Because remember in Sodom, when the sun went down, they was wilding.
Freaks come out at night.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, it's more. It's like, was it more in that scripture?
No, that was it.
All right, and it says, speaking on, it's like it. It says, speaking on Thursday, Brigadier General Ismaili Kwani of the elite Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and commander of the Quds Force.
What they identify Esau as terrorists. If you look up, they in their system, they say Esau's a terrorist.
Wow.
So he's legally a terrorist to them. See, you ain't the only ones that could call people terrorists. You ain't the only ones that can push shit too. That's what, you know.
Salakia, you know, he's the real terrorist.
Exactly.
You know, he's the one that's bringing terror all throughout the world.
Exactly.
It says in Rev 6 that he shall take peace from the earth. That's terror.
Exactly.
That's a terrorist, man.
And it says, a vow to continue the defense of his country as he praised those Marty read according to Iranian media.
Bro, you know what? In the scriptures say the people shall turn to their own people. You Americans can't be leaving America no more.
Nope.
Right.
You can't leave America no more, bro.
Yep.
You know, some little blue-eyed, blonde-haired, or some ginger, or some, you know, you go out there, man, you're a target.
Freckle face.
You know, they say I hate Americans. You see?
But the whole earth is going to rise up against Esau. Everyone. You know?
Yeah, even you're gonna see fucking kangaroos boxing this nigga. You know?
Got that feeling.
Yep. Verse 16 and verse 12, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates.
Right, so pretty much the sixth vial and the sixth angel is dealing with the war of Armageddon. Okay?
Well, that proves what we just read in Kings.
Yep.
So the Lord told him, all right, go do it.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
And they want to do it.
Yep.
You know, they want to bring it. They like doing the will of the Lord, man.
You think they don't want the kingdom? They want the kingdom, man.
Right.
You got that article?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. Got you.
And it says, and the water thereof was dried up.
That was the article. My bad.
I'm gonna just
got
finish
it.
Joel 3:12 real quick. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
So that's where the Lord's going to make his grand entrance during the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Okay, but before, because we're not just saying that World War III is going to pop off. What we're saying is that the elect has to be sealed, then the instructions going to get let loose, right? Then the MOTB, which is here, we see it, is going to get pushed on the scene, okay? And then things are going to move very quickly. Then World War III is going to pop off. In the midst of that, Yahushua is going to come back, okay? In the midst of that, the elect are going to get risen up with spiritual power. They're going to get beamed up in chariots. They're going to get new bodies, and then New Jerusalem is going to come down from heaven. All right, and that's it, man. We only got a few more prophecies left.
Which will lead to then the 1/3, which is in Rev 7, the all nations and kindreds and tongues, because in the day of thy power, thy people will be willing.
Right.
So you're going to have a lot of 1/3 throughout the rest of the earth. Like my man, he said in Philip, Yahweh,
Yep.
Yahweh Shai.
Philippines.
Yeah, in the Philippines.
Yep.
So you're gonna have Jake, Cambodians. When we go through, they're gonna cleave. Because remember the male factor on his dying, basically his deathbed. He said, "You'll be me in paradise."
It tells you that in Isaiah 14, they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Yep.
Strangers.
Yep.
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 I'm gonna start from the top.
Because Jake is what? A stranger to his commonwealth. You see?
The aliens.
Yep. We were all once strangers. We are lost and now we are found.
Right. Wicked.
We're free.
We're free.
Right.
You tell Xerxes there's free men here.
Back in Rev 16 and verse 12, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
Right. So the Lord is going to make a perfect battleground for these kings, these mighty men, these butchers that we just read in Joel, to have to navigate and to be able to traverse the lands over there, man, for this great war of Armageddon. And don't you know that's happening right now? Right now, the river Euphrates is being dried up, man. Called Lo Yahweh.
Yep. And I got the article right here. And this right here is from WeOnNews.com. And it says, Syria's longest river, Euphrates, dries. It says, because of this, there is an increase in the risk of them turbines running to a halt. The aid groups and engineers have warned of a looming humanitarian crisis. That was it. That was the article, yeah.
That's it. That's all we need to know. It's happening now. It's happening.
There's a humanitarian crisis.
Right.
Which means what? That's going to cause a drought.
Yep.
A whole river is drying up.
That's prophecy. Keep going.
Truck 4.
Verse 13, and I saw. Verse 12, and it says, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up. That
when we were kids, you had these action figures, and you would take them. You might have a wrestling ring, you might have to make your own. So you make sort of stages so they could battle. Well, this is what the Lord has the angels doing with these different nations. See, dry up Euphrates so they could cross here. Send Ham. Make Syria have an alliance with Gog and Magog. Make Israel have an alliance with America. Put this team versus that team. You see?
And it says that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon and out of the mouth of the beast.
Right, which I believe those 3 unclean spirits will go into the different branches of Esau's wicked system. The legislative, judicial, and the, I forget the third one. Executive. The water.
And it says,
which that's going into a different prophecy right there, because that's been happened. The frog, Catholics and all them.
Water.
And out.
Where the fuck are Catholics at now?
Right.
Now they're being outed. They're being sued. You got Boy Scouts being sued, Catholics being sued.
Yep.
Everybody's being sued for pedophilia.
I saw this sick ass fucking Cub Scout leader the other day, and I just looked at him. Look at this fucking sicko. Take baby boys in the woods and freak on them. Fucking sick, man.
Scouting on cubs, man. And
That's why the Lord can't fully open us here. You know, and it makes sense why we don't remember former things, of course, with faith, but you would lose it, bro. You know, that's why with much wisdom is much grief, man. Because if we really knew what's going on behind doors, or we knew exactly what they were doing, that would be a harder battle, you know? Like we know what you're doing, you see. But that's why the Spirit will give us unctions, you know, when we say things in the Spirit. But to officially know, you know what I mean? You lose it. That's why Jake can't talk about reality, because he'd be like, man, I can't go into that. I think Jake said it. You know, I can't go into that, man. I can't talk about it right now. It's gonna mess me up. You know? That's odd.
And it says, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth.
Yeah, they got those big coliseums where the dude will take off his fucking sports jacket and wing it at you, and like 8 people fall back.
Yep.
You know, those are spells, man. People believe it. You know, you got a lot of wicked Hamite pastors doing weird shit. You ever seen them?
Yeah.
Yo,
having their congregation eat grass,
yep.
farting on them,
Yep.
punching them.
Yep. Yep. Take off your panties.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you just had this one dude get outed it. He said that if you sleep with me, I can cure you. And then women are doing it. You know? What the fuck,
They're
man?
simple. They're dude, man. You know? You had this one guy, Hamite, who tried to, this nigga says he's going to beat the Lord's record and fast longer than 40 days. And his dumbass dropped dead.
You know?
Oh, you had an Edomite where he would preach and he would have a hissing snake. And he fucking, he was saying, like, because the account of Paul, the shit ended biting him and killing him, man.
Oh,
the nigga during a sermon, it bit him and they had to rush him to the hospital.
Wow.
You know, look it up. If I'm not mistaken, he died.
Tempting the Lord.
Yeah. And he would like hiss with it, like, hey, reach, Joel. You know, look it, that's a demon, bro.
Oh man.
You got black women twerking in church, you know?
Back that thing up.
Yeah.
But now they want you to clap, you know?
Yeah.
Now you got to juice that thing up.
Yep.
No?
Light that thing up.
Light it up. Damn. Then that shit is tearing you. Yo, now they're saying what's inside there is tiny razors, tiny acid-like razors that's just tearing up your system, man. Crazy.
You had this nigga say, even if you're not 5, you could get it for your birthday. 5-year-old babies. I thought back and I'm like, I had to think when I was 5, I'm like, what the, what? What?
I can't even tell you.
What? A 5-year-old child?
I didn't even know I was alive.
But all that's introducing is old and young, Rev 13.
Right. Yep.
He causes both old and young. What's young? A baby.
Yep.
5-year-old baby, you know?
They're healthy.
That's a plague on children.
Yeah, it is.
That's a plague, bro.
Yeah.
On babies. And then you got these people doing it, sacrificing
To Molech.
to Molech, bro. Openly.
Child don't even know it's alive yet. You know, you don't know you're alive at 5.
Hell no.
You know?
No, Esau's done studies where they say a child has a vibration of a person in a coma. Their vibration level is at 15%. And that's at a level of someone in a coma, so they're in a lower state. And they also say a child's brain is at such a lower state. That's why they believe if they're on a broom, they believe it's a horse. Because their imagination, you know what I mean? So they don't know what's going on. Then you had this one kid, he was getting hit up, and the nigga was throwing up fucking Mason signs. You know? I don't know what the hell. But that's the New World Order, where the state shall raise the children. You know? Yep. So we here, it's at the door.
Yeah, go down to 16.
Come on, verse 16 or 15.
Keep reading. Yeah, keep going. Page 17. All right.
Verse
It's about to be a dark winter, man.
14. and it says, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world.
It said spirit of devils.
Yep.
So there's more than one devil.
Right.
You ask a Christian, how many devils are in the Bible? He's going to say, who are you?
Well, the Antichrist.
The Antichrist?
You know?
Oh, well, now they got rumors of the Antichrist is going to stop the monetary system.
Oh, gosh.
I said, where are you at?
Well, here's another great question. How many Antichrists are there?
Right.
Is there just one splendid guy. He's gonna come on the scene with a suit and tie and be the president, and that's, you know, no.
Right, is that the guy? Which I could see Esau pushing that. Like they got a doctrine, it's called like Lord Matria or something.
Yeah.
Where it's a one guy's gonna come. I could see some shit, you know? They got Project Blue Beam. They got a lot of bullshit they're gonna do.
I remember hearing that when I was in the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
see?
You know?
Yeah.
I remember one time they thought Obama was the Antichrist.
I remember that.
Yeah.
They said, look at his skull.
Yep.
You see it? I'm like, I was in the world, I'm like, where is it? You know what I mean? Simple as shit.
Right.
Like, glad I ain't vote for him.
Right. Yep.
But that's our zeal, not according to knowledge, you know?
And it says, to gather together them to the battle of the great day of the Most High Almighty, Yahweh.
So pretty much there's demonic forces present to work on the minds of these heathens to war, get them ready for war, man. Wake up the mighty men. Who's doing that? The angels are doing that.
Yep.
You see?
Yeah. They got them in training right now, putting that mindset on them, you know, to take it there.
I believe that was Moab. They was beating themselves with different objects.
North Korea?
North Korea.
Yeah, there was crushing rebar. He was taking fucking concrete bricks and breaking them on them. You know, they're with the shit, bro.
Those mighty men, man.
I like watching those heathens military. American military is garbage, bro. And we know brothers, you know what I mean, that experience that. They're like, bro, this shit is garbage here. But you go to them foreign lands and see, that's what's got them like that, because you lose so much, you go harder. And Esau winning so much is actually weakening them, you know, because there's a saying, sometimes when you win, you really lose. So a lot of those wins made him into a loser, man. You know, this American military is not what it used to be. They ain't out here with the 7th Cavalry yelling Gary Owens no more, all right?
Or remember the Alamo.
Right.
You know?
Verse 15.
But now there's so much gender confusion going on, they can't even fucking form formation. They can't make PT.
Damn.
You got the black woman marching platoons of Edomites on the base singing Martin Luther King, man. The fuck? I don't know if you brothers seen that. Some loudmouth horse black woman yelling MLK in the U.S. military with a bunch of Edomites with muzzles on. Martin Luther King. Yo, you're done, man.
Females leading the charge.
You're done, bro.
Yeah.
You're done.
A lot of these people, they're gonna die in the War of Armageddon.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of Jakes too. A lot of Jakes are gonna partake in the war in heaven, because one of the first soldiers to the Space Force was an Israelite. You know? So Jake's gonna go over there and try to destroy his savior.
Well, that makes sense, because during the time of the Maccabees again, you had these wicked priests, you had wicked niggas that were fighting outside of the made the city and take niggas, man. World War III, when the Lord is coming back.
That's why you just focus on the elect, man. You know, you see what Moses went through when he was dealing with all Israel. He was like, man, these ain't my kids. Basically, he was like, they ain't mine. So you foolish trying to get all Jake, man. Shit, Jake don't even want to be Jake.
Jake will stress you out, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, Jake will make you curse them out and beat their ass.
Yeah.